What if the reason your business is stuck has nothing to do with your product, your ads, or even your offer, and everything to do with the one thing that most entrepreneurs refuse to invest in? In this video, I'm going to show you why the coaches who charge the most, grow the fastest, and keep the clients the longest all have one thing in common. And it's not a better funnel. It's a better system for turning their knowledge into consistent income. Stay with me because this is going to change how you think about business coaching forever. Here's the hard truth. Most people who call themselves business coaches are leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table every single month. Not because they lack knowledge. It's not even because they lack talent, but because nobody ever showed them how to package what they know, price it correctly, and sell without feeling like a used car salesman. That is the problem. And it's costing you money right now. But here's what I want you to imagine. What if you woke up tomorrow and your coaching business was running like a real business? What if you had a clear offer, a proven process, and clients who paid you on time? They showed up to every session and they kept renewing because the results they were getting were undeniable. That is what this video is about. And today, I'm going to walk you through the exact framework that top business coaches use to build profitable, sustainable coaching practices without burning out, without discounting their prices, and without chasing clients who are not serious. This is for you if you are a coach, a consultant, or just an expert who is tired of trading time for money and you're ready to build something that actually scales. And so the first thing that I want to talk about here is I want to talk about how most coaches are broke, and it's not because they're bad at coaching, but it's because they've built a job for themselves and not a business. And so let me ask you something. If you stopped working today, would your coaching business still make money? If their answer is no, then you don't have a business. You have a very exhausting job that just happens to pay you. Now, here's the thing about business coaching that people don't talk about enough. A lot of coaches are incredible at helping other people. They have been through the fire, they've built things, they have learned the hard lessons, and they want to take all that experience that they have and help somebody else to avoid the same pain. That's good. That's beautiful. That's a calling. But there's a massive difference between being a great coach and running a great coaching business. You see, one is a skill and the other is a system. And most coaches, they only focus on the skill of coaching. And they wake up every morning hoping that their phone rings. They post on social media and just pray that somebody sends them a DM. They discount their prices when a prospect pushes back. And at the end of the month, they look at their bank account and they wonder why all the hard work is not showing up in the numbers, right? And so what I want you to take away here is the fix is not to work harder. The fix is to build a business that works when you're not working. What that means is creating an offer that is so clear and so valuable that people sell themselves before they even get on a call with you. Which leads me to my second point. My second point is your price is not too high. Your positioning is just too weak. You see, every time a coach tells me that their prospects say that the price is too high, I already know what the real problem is. And the real problem is never about the price. That's not the real problem. Here's what I mean. When someone hears the price and they say, that's too expensive, what they really are saying is, I don't believe that the result is worth that much yet. Or that's what they're really saying. And that is a positioning problem. That's a communication problem. That's not a pricing problem. And so think about it this way. If I told you that for $5,000, if you give me $5,000, I'll give you a check for $50,000. would you take that deal? Of course, you wouldn't even blink. You wouldn't even hesitate. You would ask me where you would ask me where to send the money. And so price only becomes an objection when the value is unclear, right? That value was really clear. 5,000 for 50,000. That is clear value. That's undeniable value. And so the best business coaches in the world charge premium prices, and they have waiting lists. They have people on a waiting list waiting to get into their coaching programs. And it's not because they're smarter than you. It's not because they're a better coach than you. It's not even because they have a bigger following than you. Many times they may not even have a big following. But it's because they've learned how to communicate the outcomes, what the person is going to get, right? They don't sell coaching sessions. They sell results. They sell the transformation. They sell the version of your business that is waiting on the other side of interacting with me. That's what they sell. And so what I want you to take away here is stop apologizing for your price. Start getting crystal clear on the specific measurable results that your clients can expect when they work with you. Lead with outcomes, not with features. Lead with transformation, not with how much time they get from you. Which leads me to point number 3. The coaches who scale fast all have one thing. They have a productized offer that does not depend on their time. I want to show you the difference between a coach who makes a good living and a coach who builds real wealth. It comes down to one word, and that one word is leverage. Most coaches sell their time. One client, 1 hour, one payment. And that model, it works up until a point. But at some point, you run out of hours. You only have so many hours in a day. We all get 24 hours in a day. Nobody gets a 25th hour, right? And so what happens is you hit a ceiling. You can't go past that. And also you can't clone yourself. You cannot clone yourself, especially if you are the expert, right? And the business stops growing because the business is you. You are the business. And so the coaches who break through the ceiling, they do something very different. They take everything that they know and they build it into a system. That's either through a curriculum or a framework or a repeatable process that clients can follow, whether they're in person or not, whether they're on a Zoom call or not. And so when you productize your coaching, something powerful happens. You stop selling your time and you start selling your intellectual property. And when you do that, you can serve more clients. You can charge more per client because the value is now packaged in a way that feels premium. And you can start building a team. You can start building a team and have assistants and all these things around your system because the system lives outside of you. The system does not need you. The system can run without you. And so what I want you to take away here is ask yourself right now, if I had to take a 2-week vacation, if I wanted to take a 2-week vacation and I still wanted my clients to get results, what would they need? Well, the answer is a productized offer. That's the answer. And so build that. And if you build that, then you just unlocked a completely different income ceiling. All right. Point number 4. Client retention is worth more than client acquisition. Client retention is worth more than client acquisition. And most coaches, they have this backwards. Here's a number that will change how you think about business. It costs 5 times more to get a new client than it does to keep the one that you already have. 5 times more. And yet most coaches spend 90% of their energy chasing new clients and almost nothing on keeping the ones that they worked so hard to get, that they spent so much money, so much client acquisition cost to get this client. Now you, instead of focusing all your energy on retaining clients, you continue to pour more money into acquiring new clients. And so think about your best client right now. The one who shows up prepared, they do all the work, they get the results. How much is that person worth to you over the next 2 years if they stay? if they stay in your program. Over the next 5 years if they stay in your program. Now, think about what you're doing intentionally to make them stay. Whatever it is, keep doing that. Talk about that, right? The coaches who build the most profitable businesses understand that retention is the strategy. It's a strategy. It's not an accident. You don't accidentally keep people. It's a strategy to retain people. They build renewal into the offer from day one, right? They create milestone moments that remind clients how far they have come. And then they make clients feel like they're a part of something bigger than just the transaction. It's a relationship. It's a partnership. And so when clients stay, they also talk. And they talk, and when they talk, they refer you. They refer you to their colleagues, to their friends. Like, one retained client can quietly become your best sales rep. And they never ask for a commission. You don't have to pay them. They just talk for free. They promote your business for free. And so what I want you to take away here is build a simple client success process, right? And then check in between sessions, celebrate the wins, show them the progress that they can't always see for themselves. And if you do that consistently, and if you do that, your retention rates will go up, and then your referrals will go up, and then your revenue will go up without spending a single dollar on ads and marketing. And so number 5, this is the last thing I want to talk about. The fastest way to grow your coaching business is to stop trying to help everyone and get radically specific about who you serve. Here is the counterintuitive truth that took most successful coaches years to learn. It took them years to learn this. The more specific that you get about who you help and what you help them with, the more money you make. And new coaches are always afraid of niching down. They think, if I get too specific, then I'll leave money on the table. But what actually happens is the complete opposite. When you try to speak to everyone, you end up speaking to no one, and your message gets watered down, and your offer feels generic, and you blend in with every other coach on the internet. But when you get hyper specific and you say things like, I help female real estate investors hit their first million in portfolio value in under 18 months. When you say something like that, something completely different happens. The right person reads that message and they say, hey, she's talking to me. That feeling, that moment of recognition is worth more than any ad that you could ever run. And so specificity is not a limitation. Specificity is a magnet. It draws people. It pulls the right person towards you with a force that vague general messaging never can. And so what I want you to take away here is pick one person, pick one problem, pick one result, and get known for solving that one thing better than anyone else in your space. That is not shrinking your business. That is the very thing that will make your business explode. And so let me bring this all together for you. We've talked about why most business coaches are stuck, and it's not because of a bad product, but it's really because there is no real business system behind their talent, right? Behind their expertise. We talked about pricing and how your value needs to be communicated, not defended. Don't defend your value. Don't defend your price. Communicate your value, right? We talked about productizing your offer. We talked about retaining your clients and how to get so super specific about who you serve that the right people find you like a heat-seeking missile. And so here's what I want you to do right now. Pick one of these things from today that hit you the hardest. The one shift that you know, if you made it, it would change your business in the next 90 days. Write it down, not in your head, write it on paper, on a notepad, wherever. Because clarity without commitment is just entertainment. And if this video gave you value, if something here cracked something open for you, do me a favor. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and tell me which one of these 5 areas is your biggest challenge right now, right? And so if you haven't already subscribed, because we go deep on business strategy, sales psychology, mindset stuff, all the things that it takes to win in business. And so thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.